Hey, this is Joshua Moreno. Thank you so much for taking the time to review this video. We're going to do a share screen so you can see the asset that I am going to go over. I'm also going to send you copies of all the documents that I'm going to present. And this is going to be a very brief overview of the property altogether. Let me know if you have any further interest or questions on this property. And if you want to make an offer, let me know so we can tie it up under contract quickly. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me one moment while I set that up. Okay, so this property is a 14-unit building. Asking price is 1.65. If we come in at 1.65 with 25% down, give me 1 second. Let me put the annotations on. Hope you can see that. Okay, here we go. So 1.65 million, 25% down, that's $412,000 minimum. Of finance 1.237 at about 3.8% for 30-year amortization. The annual debt service on that is $69,000. Annual gross income is $193,700. With a 5% vacancy, gives us an effective gross of $184,000. Minus property management fees and all the other fees that we have. In total, the net operating income is going to be approximately $111,000. So that puts us at roughly at about a 6.7% cap, which is very good in this market, especially in Florida or any market altogether. It is incredibly hard to find something that makes sense at a 5 cap. So something at a 6.7 cap is actually a very, very good deal. So net cash flow, we're looking at around $42,000. I'll send you this via email so you can review it at your own leisure. This is the property itself. It's a 14-unit building. I like this building specifically because they're all 3 bedrooms, 1 baths. There's very, very minimal maintenance. It's a very turnkey operation. This is affordable housing, lower income housing. I'll also send you this so you can review it on your own as well. So income, I ran my own numbers. They also provide some numbers on the offering memorandum. I'll let you take a look at it so you can see it, see if it's something that you have interest in. One thing that I like about this property, it is in a lower income area. However, it is in Melbourne, Central Florida. So you're extremely close to the to the Orlando International Airport. You're also very close to water. So those are very, very good amenities to have close by. Some photos of the property. It's in great shape. Interior could work just like that because it is affordable housing. Employment numbers, populations, you have all these numbers here. Very, very strong population. I'll also send you some more metrics so you can see that also. Employers, the top employers or industries, better said, you have number one, diversity of not only employers, but also the industries that they're in. The number 1 employer in the area by largest is within education. The second is technology. The third is medical. The fourth is aerospace and defense. And the fifth is local government. All of those are very, very solid employers. So we know that we can always find quality tenants that are going to be in that area. I'll send you that also so you can see it at your own leisure. It's going to be here in the offering memorandum. Actually, it'll be right here on page 25. Companies by employers: School District of Brevard County, L3 Harris Technologies, Holmes Regional Medical Center, Northrop Grumman Corp., which is Aerospace and Defense, and Brevard County. So another report that I also want to go over that I want you to see for Melbourne, it's a market that has seen steady growth. So this is a zip code 32901. This is the actual city itself. So within that zip code, we've seen in the past 12 months a 19.2% appreciation. That's great. But we're not really focused on that. What I really want to focus on is population growth. How many people are actually coming and moving into this area? so that we know we have fresh quality tenants coming in. This is medium sales prices. The dark blue line is what is actually recorded in county records. The lighter of the blue line is what was listed on the market. So basically what this line tells us, going back to January of 2015, these lines are very, very tight, and they keep a very, very tight next to each other, which means that whatever things are listed at, they practically sell at that same price, with the exception of the past 2 years, more or less, because the market has been a lot more active. So we're seeing that properties were being listed much higher, but actually selling a little bit lower compared to the previous year. So that shows us that sellers have gotten a little zealous. They've gotten a little aggressive with the pricing, and pricing it much higher than the market is actually buying it for, which is reflected here on the dark blue line. This is sales volume. So this is dollar amounts. This is units. How many properties are being sold? And if you notice, the lighter blue is listings that are actually on the MLS. The darker of the blue is public records. It also shows us, once again, the same thing that we have up here is going on down here. Properties are practically selling. Everything that's coming out on the market is almost selling. And in this case, you have more sales than you have listings, significantly more. So there's actually quite a bit of stuff selling either off the market or in pre-construction, because in pre-construction, there are sales, they are recorded with county records, but not all of those listings hit the market. So that's what these larger gaps are. But once those gaps close, it gets very, very tight once again. So it shows us a very healthy, balanced market. This again is the same thing regarding pricing, a little bit cleaner of a streamline. It's a very consistent, steady appreciation. And then since 2021, we've seen that appreciation break off into the mid 300,000s, more or less. This is listing volume. Listing volume has fluctuated over the past 3 years, and it has significantly dropped over the past 2 years, and that's very standard with any market that we're looking at. So here, another thing that we want to look at is population. So in this zip code, we have 26,000 people. We've had an increase since the last government census of 2010, an increase of 9%. Compared to Melbourne, compared to Brevard, it's very, very close, very, very similar. Compared to Florida, it's 13%. And compared to the United States, which is 7.7, it is above those two metrics. So it's not significant amount of people that are coming in, but 9% population shows that this is a place, an area that people are moving to and staying for it to be netting a 9% appreciation. Average median age, the median age of the person here is 44 years old. Why is that number so important? Because someone that's 44 years old more than likely is married, established, has kids, likely to have kids that are toddlers or younger kids. And most of the time, a tenant that has younger children, they want stability for those children. So they tend to move into a property and want to stay there for as long as they can without having to move the kid from schools or housings or different neighborhoods. Another key thing about that is that these units are 3 bedrooms. There are 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, which means that those units are very well suited for families. Families want stability, families want longevity. That is what we're offering at an affordable housing rate. This is education levels within the zip code, city, county, neighborhood, children. Most of the people here, this confirms what we just said a few seconds ago, most of the people here have toddlers. Again, people that have toddlers want that stability for those children. Medium age, more or less, 35 to 54 years old. Significant amount of people within that age bracket. And most of the people here are married without children. So we're seeing that a lot of people in this zip code are married without children. And when they do have children, those children tend to be within that toddler age group. So these are very young families that are looking to establish themselves in a community. Again, affordable housing, stability, longevity. Income, household income, significant amount of the household incomes earn less than $25,000 a year. However, the median household income in that zip code is $38,000. So this is really the number that we want to look at. $38,000. Why is $38,000 so significantly important? Because if they are earning $38,000 and let's do 38,800 divided by 12, that means that their monthly income is 3,233. So let's call it 3,200. If we said that they allocate 30%, 35% of their monthly income towards rent, that means that their monthly rent could easily be about $1,131 with 67 cents. The rents for these units are right there at 1,131. So that means that they can afford it. There's sufficient amount of people in that area that can afford the rents for this property. Occupations, what do people do for a living? Where do they work? What are their trades? Number one is education. Number two is retail trade. Number three is healthcare, social assistance. Number four is manufacturing. So this is the school, the education system that we were talking about, employment. This is retail. This is healthcare. We said that there is the number three employer is in medical. So those are solid employments, solid employers, and solid industries that have essential workers that will continue to work. Very important to keep in mind. And the rest of this is just statistics about the area and whatnot. So thank you once again for reviewing this together with me. I'm going to send you all of these documents. Let me know if you have any further interest. Look forward to being of service to you. Thank you.